Hi, and welcome to the Man Cave. Scott and I have been getting a lot of questions about the gear that we're going to be using on our upcoming World Slam, where we're going to be going to 7 different places across the world, but we're going to do it in 1 year with a gun and with a bow, because we're actually going to try and double slam. So that in every one of our locations, we're going to take 2 birds. I'm going to talk about the bow and the archery a little bit, and Scott will talk about the gun. We like Bowtech. We have our choice of using many different bows, but we seem to keep coming back to Bowtech, mostly because of the speed. We're kind of speed freaks. We like to use a very heavy arrow, and the Bowtech seems to be one of the fastest, most accurate bows out there. So we're going to be using the RPM 360 this year. It's going to be pretty good for us because it's compact enough to put into a blind, but then also it's durable enough that if we have to get on the side of a horse and go from mountain to mountain, we're going to be able to do that as well. The arrows that we're using this year are the Gold Tip Pro Hunters, and we're also using a Silver Flame broadhead. We like the fixed broadhead because mechanicals sometimes when you're hunting turkeys don't open up in time and you get too quick of a pass through and the bird doesn't go down. Turkeys are very, very hardy animals and they're extremely hard to kill, especially with a bow and arrow. On the bow, we like the CBE sight. The CBE sight is all metal. We really don't like the plastic gears and the plastic sight housings because when we're out west and we're knocking things around, you're throwing them in the back of the truck or you're on the side of a mountain with a horse, it falls, things happen. You know, we really like the metal concept here and all the metal gears. This is a 5-pin sight and it takes us from 20 out to 60 yards. The problem is that you have to have, with this big of a broadhead, the arrow becomes unstable. So what we've done is we've sent these arrows off to our good friend at Pass Through Arrows, and he's put these new fletchings on them for us, and they're 5 inches. And this really helps to spin the arrow faster and helps stabilize the arrow for a longer distance. So we've been very successful so far shooting these out to 70 and even 80 yards with good tight groups. They're also really nice looking, and he does a wonderful job of doing the painting on them. Custom paint, good looking arrow, big broadhead. I think this is going to be a great turkey killer. Scott, you want to talk about the gun setup that we have?
Yeah, so we've over the years tested a lot of different setups on the guns, different chokes for turkeys, different ammunition. And so this year we feel like we've kind of come together with one of the best setups we've ever seen and also shot. Anyways, we went with the Benelli Super Black Eagle in the Rob Roberts setup. It's a custom shotgun by Benelli that Rob Roberts does for Benelli. It has his custom choke. Some of the features that it offers is the ported barrel. It has the red dot sight with it, custom pistol grip. He customized these guns with the Winchester Longbeard XRs in a 3.5 inch number 5 shot. The results have just been really good. We've seen some extended ranges holding really tight patterns out to even 80 yards. Not that we want to take a shot at that far, but it's just for testing purposes and seeing how the patterns hold together. We saw some pretty good results. Been a big fan of this ammo along with this gun and the setup. One of the things we always like to keep with us no matter what we're hunting is our Swarovski optics, whether that's in the binoculars, rangefinders, spotting scopes, just a necessity anywhere we go. Make sure we have our optics with us, always a big part of our hunt. Another thing this year that's kind of new for us that we've tried, Brad always likes to use a mouth call. Does real well with that. I like a slate or a glass call. This David Holleran and this Twisted Sister glass slate call has been just a really nice sounding turkey call, and have really liked that for this year. We're going to give it a shot. That's it pretty much for the gear.
Well, we can't forget our good friends at Sitka.
Yeah, that's
so
right.
This year we're really trying it out. This is the deer pattern that they put out, the whitetail pattern for being up in the sky, and the breakup pattern of that. But we've really believed that being in a tent or in a blind concept where you have the darkness and the breakup there, this is really going to work out well. And of course, as we're out west, the open country is about the best camo to have for out there. Also, really wanted to mention, as far as the Winchester XR, this is Turkey Country Magazine. The National Wild Turkey Federation puts it out. It's a wonderful magazine. It's a great resource, and they've done a wonderful article on this new ammunition and a lot of different chokes. They don't have Rob's on here, but we're telling you Rob's goes out to 80 yards. We've already tested it, and you can read all about that in Turkey Country Magazine. I suggest that everybody join the National Turkey Federation and start getting this magazine. It's a wonderful resource. So that pretty much wraps it up. That's all the gear that we're going to be using. We will be filming every one of the hunts that we go on, which is going to be 7 hunts total, everywhere from the Yucatan, Mexico, Colorado, Wyoming, Kansas, Florida, and South Carolina. So stick with us on that. Come back and check out all the hunts and visit turkeyslam15.com. Thanks.